Good day, everyone. So we're here at the sayouth.mobi corner, and I've got the Honorable Colonel next to me. My name is Jonathan, and we're just going to do an interview to help us really communicate and learn what is SA Youth and how SA Youth can work with you. But at the same time, when we look at SAPS, there is so much going on here for the SAPS team, and I think it'll be good to hear from you, Colonel, how the experience has been with you over the past 2 to 3 days, and also just as you're communicating, maybe just share also some of the learnings that are coming from the young people. So yeah, that's a bit of my introduction. I want to say welcome to you, and how are you feeling today, and how you've been finding the Working World exhibition?
Thank you very much. My name is Lieutenant Babi. I'm actually here coming from SAPS. Thank you for having me here. I think it is one of the very exciting moments to be here. I've been working with Working Well exhibitions. I've been with more than 10 years now, having such partnership. Today, talking about what we have been having since 20th. It has been a wonderful experience. I think I must say it with such excitement that now the learners that have been here show so much of interest in SAPS career choices and getting to know how do you access employment in SAPS. Many of them come with very different career choices in terms of what they would like to be, and we have offered them a lot of information, starting with career guidance. And I think I must emphasize that naturally we are all coming from different backgrounds with different choices as well. But we always assist them just to guide them how to make the choice, because some of them they just make their choice because they've been influenced. And it's important for one to make a career choice taking an individual decision, and so as to make an informed decision. Informed decision comes from the background that now you understand what you want to choose. What is it actually now made of in terms of the challenges, but now it's important for you to know yourself in terms of the respective characteristics and so forth. That particular model that we're using is a psychological one. It asks even an individual who is already working. You might say you are working for this organization, SA Youth, but you never knew that now you will really come to this organization. But what is important is this now. Understand the significance and the requirements of that respective career choice that you would love to pursue. And also I must emphasize that when you are becoming an SAPS employee, there are different streams that you can pursue when you want to be an SAPS official. You've got the basic training that has got its own requirements. I can just highlight few of them. One, you must be a South African citizen, and you must be between the age of 18 to 29 years old. I'm saying 29 years old because now when you reach age of 30 years, you must already be inside the organization. You must have a free criminal record, that's very most important. And you must not have visible tattoos. And again, you must have a driver's license. When you say you must have a driver's license, I should say, it serves as a bonus to have it. However, we do not exclude you because you don't have it. But it's important that now when you're already inside the organization, you must have already completed at least maybe started to make some efforts to get the driver's license, at least within a period of 2 years. Furthermore, I must just say that that's just the highlight I can say about the requirements. Now, furthermore, you have got also to undergo a selection process. Our selection process will start from the you have to undergo the basic training. The basic training as well now, I'm sorry, not you have to undergo the physical assessment, right? The physical assessment is also one of the selection processes that we've got. And without getting to the details of it, you must also get to a psychometric assessment, interview, and medical assessment. All those selection processes, they are the ones that are going to determine that now you are indeed going to qualify to undergo our basic training. Come the basic training program, what is going to happen is this now, you have been informed, or rather you will be informed what will be required of you to provide yourself with. Now when you undergo the basic training, you are going to have, learning material. You are going to be provided with accommodation. You are also going to be provided with meals. You can pay for that. Hello. Once again, you are going to be introduced to the rules and regulations of the training academy because we always emphasize professional discipline. Now this discipline that we're talking about, it's the one that we think now how the person should conduct him or herself, right? Now the program will take you for a period of about 8 months, undergo the basic training. You've got a further period to undergo the practical the training, where you will be placed at the stage in probably about a period of 4 months. Now you have got a supervisor or a mentor that is going to actually now guide you how to actually put into implementation whatever that you have learned during the period of undergoing the basic training in the training academy. That's one stream that I can actually highlight. The second one is this now. You get employed as a professional. Now when we come to that one, it means that now you will be actually given an opportunity to apply for the post-August that are advertised. Now those posts we are advertising, we are advertising them based on the shortage that we've got as informed by different actually career choices within the organization. Now what is going to happen is this, that now we call that one as a lateral appointment. You can be appointed at a higher position, which is not an entry level, right? It's possible that now you can be appointed at entry level of that respective environment. However, the training related to that, we also call it as lateral training. Now you go to the training academy, now where you get introduced or trained in respective to all other police-related activities in terms of now the regulations and so forth, handling of firearms and many more, right? And how to effect an arrest and so forth, right? Therefore, it means that now you will still be an employee in the organization. Now, normally, most of those posts are the posts that we call the employees and the police act, employed under the police act. SAPS has got two acts. We've got people that are actually employed under police act that are actually pro-police officials, right? And you've got employees that are employed under public service act who are probably assisting the core function, meaning which now operational and functional personnel who are doing the police work. Those are the people that are working within support services, who are not only the people that are working there, but you've got also our core function members right now, specializing in respective things like, respective environments, your legal services, your human resource management, your supply chain, your finance environment, and so forth. Now, behind that, we have got our specialized units. The specialized units, they also actually being the environment that are giving some support in the organization, operational and otherwise. Now what happens is this now, we even appoint people that are actually qualified from outside. Just behind me, we have got a desk there that is for a wing. We have got people that get appointed in those environments who are already qualified as pilots, who have already actually now met all the basic requirements in terms of flying and so forth. However, when they come into the organization, they get introduced into the working environments of this organization. Your electrical engineering, you can see we have got radio tech behind us, other technological management services. They are responsible for our communication tools or systems. They are there, you can see what they are trying to displaying right there. Further there, we have got our HR environment, where I'm basically coming from now. As you can see, my golf shirt reflects information career center, particularly for Eastern Cape. That is a national environment. We have got in all other provinces in the national office. Basically, what we are doing, we are actually now doing exhibition of our different career choices in the organization, so that people can be able to know us further than what they see, than knowing men and women in blue uniform, but they must be able to know that now there are other different working environments. For instance, we are sitting right here. Now I can say, for instance, if I would say you are interested to come to SAPS, they've got our technological management services that needs to have this communication system, the sound system, so that whenever we've got our events, we can be able to actually be visible, and you can also be able to be audible enough to whichever environment that is around us or in community and so forth. For instance, I will just make an example quickly. If our provincial commissioner has to visit a particular community, has got an imbizo, we need to have our systems in place, whereby we are going to be actually setting up all the sound systems, screens and everything, so that now when he or she is going to interact with our community, she is able to be audible enough. And again, we do the capturing of those particular events. We've got our communication office that also does the capturing, working together with the technological management services. So looking at what I've just explained to you, you can be in a position to know that, or rather to see that SAPS is not only about men and women in uniform. We have got all the systems in place. You know, at times I usually say to people, SAPS on its own can be a government on its own because it's got all the different sectors and the departments. It's only SAPS and National Defense Force that are actually capable of having all these different working environments. If you can see at the background, you have got pull-up banners. Those pull-up banners have got a list of different career choices. We go as far as more than 200 different career choices under one organization, under one roof. But just that some of them are based at national level. Your building services, just to give an example, your plumbing and so forth and everything. You'll find it there. We've got different work environments. Right on site, if I can just give you a highlight, I've got LSRC, Local Criminal Record Center, that are talking about the forensic related environment. We have got our electrical engineering, which is now technological management services, radio tech. We have got our air wing. We have got mounted unit. We have got explosives units. We have got mechanical services at the corner there. You can see, yes, you can see that now our vehicles get repaired by us. All those environments that I'm talking about professional people who have undergone the basic, training in relation to SAPS, and some of them have been already into these learning stations, the technical environment. They have been to technical schools or technical institutions or TVET colleges, universities. We have got social workers on site, that are not on site yet, but that are in the organization to take care of our employees and so forth. So what I could say, we have got multi-career choices within the organization. The most important thing for someone who wants to come and join us is to come and do inquiry. For instance, what we are doing right here, we are having the attendance registers. We take the particulars of the people that are visiting our stores, their contact details. When you've got the advert in place, we'll make sure that now we contact those people, and we can even actually now get the particulars of all the stakeholders that were here to do the exhibition and share such information with them, so that anyone, maybe when I'm sitting with you, we can see that, hey man, I could be a potential candidate to work for SAPS. Yeah. So basically the recruitment, this is actually now a multi-pronged approach that we're doing. We're doing the recruitment at the same time. But I must also emphasize that now we are also looking at people with disabilities, because we are the police, we know people who know us as law enforcement department. Yeah. Fine, that's correct, that's our core function. But behind the scenes, we have got environments where we need people with disabilities. So it's a non-discriminating organization. We always adhere to the government policies which are actually informing us what is it that we have got to do. So we take care of that. And once more, when I was just giving the experience of getting to the organization, we also have, or rather we adhere to government policy of actually advertising the internship program. Now we have got a section responsible for that, which is HRD, Human Resource Development, that does so. Now that particular program is just to actually accommodate learners, or rather actually the graduates that have just now completed their studies but with no employment. Now the most important thing is this now, you must not have been into that particular program before. There is a specific age limit for that as well. But what is important is that at least when you are undergoing that program, you get exposed into a working experience, so that if you would see a post, you will be in a position to make a reference to say that I've been to SAPS, I worked in a specific environment based on that particular qualification that you have acquired from the university or any TVET college. Yeah. So it's very much important to actually understand that now SAPS does have all those particular environments. But other than this particular environment that we are of the exhibition, we also go outside to the schools and the public platforms. Yeah. We run these career exhibitions so that people could be in a position to know what is SAPS made out of. We have got now the technological environment. I need to make that particular point once again, because we are living in a fourth industrial revolution. There we always work with computer-related studies, activities and so forth, and we also ensure that now we support the organization making use of the computers and all the related IT environment or activities or services. So it's important for the youth that is here or all over to understand that now when you come to SAPS, you are coming to an environment that will be able to accommodate you based on your respective background of qualification in order to render the service. Was all what we're looking for is this. As much as our responsibility is to render our core function is about the crime prevention, crime combating, it's important for people to understand that each and every individual has got a role to play in supporting that, because our forefront members can never be successful to render those services without the support environment. So if you are in IT, you understand that now you play a vital role in assisting those people. Lastly, I want to mention that now everything that we do based on our vision as an organization, that one of creating a safe and secure environment for all inhabitants of the Republic. Now it simply means that now every single individual needs to play his or her own part to give the strength and support to our forefront, so that now, if ever, for instance, now many things people used to complain about, saying that now I've been to a police station and then I reported the case, or rather called the police, now they complain that they do not have a vehicle. There is our mechanical services to make sure that now they repair the vehicles and then they get the vehicles running, so that we can be able to reach the interests of our community. So if you are there, let's say you are in a Tibet college now, doing mechanical services, you must know that you will be playing a role towards the creation of the safe and secure environment. Because for a police event to reach the place where there is particular crime reported and so forth, now it simply means that now you have played a significant role by doing this. By repairing the police event, communication radio, you are playing a role in terms of now contributing towards the vision of the organization. So everybody within this organization has got a role to play to ensure that now our community is safe and secure. I think there's a lot that I can say, but as I can say right now, it's important for everybody to understand that now we are all here to ensure that now we support the core function of the organization, or in terms of ensuring that now the safety and security of everybody. For instance, our provincial commissioner that we've got now has got their own, money. She has got her own, one would say it's a slogan, but that is her mission of Operation Secure now. Now that Operation Secure means that now she is committed in ensuring that now every single individual in SAPS here in this, and rather in the community, is safe. Now we are here to ensure that now we provide people with the information in this organization, so that everybody in the community who comes and join us, if some particular person comes within this particular period of the actually existence of our provincial commission, that particular person will ensure that now he or she contributes to ensure that now everybody is safe in the Eastern Cape. That we take it further, because now we are cascading that now from our vision of the organization of ensuring that everyone is safe as inhabitant of this particular republic. We are saying so, not excluding anyone, whether you're coming from outside. But if you are living in South Africa, we are not saying that you are not from South Africa. We regard you as a South African, as long as you are an inhabitant in this particular republic. So I'm saying that now we come here based on the mandate of the provincial commissioner, who has got her vision as Operation Sikwana, and that particular operation, as I'm saying that now, it has got to make sure that now we have got to make sure that now it's live. It's taking place in all environments of the republic. We have got to support our federal officials who are in the forefront. If they are going to the CSC, when you are going to lodge the complaint, when someone goes and actually visits the complaint wherever you are, and all our supporting units, that is the specialized units who are supposed to be there as emergency services, they also need to be there. As I'm saying that now, one would need to know, why do we need to have process in the SAPS? Now those are particular means and ways of reaching our community in those remote areas where the vehicles cannot run, where the vehicles cannot be driven. We use the motorbike, sometimes the motorbike cannot be there, but the horse is a strong animal that can also withstand those things. With our members at the back of them, and then can be able to actually render their services without fear or favor. But what is important is just that now, at the end of the day, our community must be satisfied.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Colonel. There was so much coming through today. You've given us a great overview, and sometimes even elaborating on the different layers. And it sounds like we need more young people to actually apply. We need more young people to ask the right questions. As you said, There's a variety of careers available. It's almost like its own country, its own government, all on its own. So I think, I think we spent about a good 15 to 20 minutes talking about this, and it just shows how much value and how much layers there are, and you cannot finish it because it's so big.
Yeah.
But thank you for being so committed to giving us the proper overview. I really want to commend you for that. I think we're going to end it off here, and maybe you can just say your last comments. So young people are maybe listening to this, or maybe they're going to see it when I post this online. What do you think they need to do? What's the next step? Because you said there's so many career options, but they need to come and find a career information center and apply and go through a certain process. Just explain briefly what that process looks like and where can they find these career information centers in the country, or even just here in Eastern Cape.
Thank you very much. I think one most important thing is that people have got youth and everybody. Because when we talk about recruitment, sometimes you are the parent, you are the one who first see the advert. We are actually advertising in all the newspapers. If you are probably here, you can use your Herald, you can use your Daily Dispatch, and we often use the weekend newspapers. That's where you get information. Or very often we have got adverts almost annually, but it always depends sometimes on issues of the budget. But due to COVID, for the past 2 years, we do not have actually consistent adverts. We usually have, especially for the basic training, we usually have got them almost on an annual basis. Now it's important for them to make use of such particular newspapers. We are now taking a further step, because now that we are here, we are going to take the record of the schools that we're here and the learners that we're here. We are going to make use of what you call the mass SMS distribution system, whereby we can even invite someone saying that now you actually visited our stall, then here is an advert that is actually issued regarding to basic training, so that people should just get the information. If I can just share with you quickly, for establishment of career center, I think we are almost, it was established about 2005 to 2 years. Now what happened is this now, the information was to, the purpose was to ensure that now we actually do the so-called outreach programs, get to an environment where people could not be in a position to find this information, maybe from the newspapers or TV. Then at least people could have such opportunity to interact with us as police officers there to understand what is happening in the organization in terms of the career choices. We know, as I said from the beginning, that many people, particularly youth, they think when you talk about the policy, when you talk about the person who is going to be effective in arrest and so forth, forgetting that now, for us to get to do that, we need some support in terms of now those technical environments in every different, what you call, specialized units, where they can also work from. And also, I've just mentioned issue of legal services. I had some interaction with some learners, with some people who are already graduates from Nelson Mandela yesterday, and then who are actually looking forward to join SAPS, who have got some already decisions in terms of the career aspirations of saying that now our choice is on legal services. Now I said, now you've got the part. Some I just had the discussions with them this morning. They were actually asking us about if I want to be a social worker, can I be in police? I said, no, for sure, you can be to service our members, because now we come across with those situations that are very much hectic, sensitive and so forth. Now we are human beings. We also need counseling. We need this and that and so forth. So social workers play a vital role when it comes to that. I'm just highlighting that we have got also our spiritual services.
Wow.
Yeah, exactly. You are a person. But all what I must emphasize here, your qualification should be a qualification from a reputable institution or university, and it must be recognized in terms of South African Qualifications Authority. It's important. And I just want to warn people, they must not just take the shortcut and go to those bogus institutions, because at the end of the day, any application, any qualification that you have, we verify as an organization. So we don't want anyone to be embarrassed, then maybe because somebody gave you the shortcut and then you think that now I can make use of. SAPS is an organization of conducting investigation. We conduct investigation in everything. Right? Now, just to close it up now, we have got a mobile career information center. Now, as I said, this was established. We've got one that is in Tata, which is a static one. Basically, this was meant for people who are in remote areas, people who are in the disadvantaged environments,
previously disadvantaged environments and so forth. So we even get to wherever you are. You can extend invitation to us, and then I think I'll leave my number. It's 082-8545-736. If from your institution you would love to visit us, or you would ask us to visit you, we can visit you, and we present a comprehensive program of career guidance, and also show you what are the possible career choices, how to make a career choice, because that is very important. When you come to the organization everywhere, you must also have actually an informed decision, because you know exactly what you want and you know what you are capable of or what you are made of. Because every single career choice, it requires someone with specific or who meets specific characteristics. So it's very important for everybody to understand that. So in closing, I'm saying we are available. We take the services where the people they are, and we also want to make sure that people know a lot about us, and any single information that you want to know about SAPS, we are at your disposal. We'll definitely make sure that now we provide that. And any more information that we need, there is my contact number that I've given. I'm not giving the landline because sometimes you don't find me from the landline, but it's important to do that. Then the email address, I can give it as babis@saps.gov.za. You can drop us an email, then you can take it from there. I thank you.
Thank you so much, Colonel. So much value coming today. I think the Colonel showed up. He gave us everything we need. Thank you for respecting the audience. Thank you for making the time out. I think we did about a 20 minutes, 25 minutes interview. We want to appreciate you. Thank you for all the great work that SAPS is doing. And I'm sure so many young people are going to register today, and so many young people will get a site and get an SMS to say, here's an opportunity. Please make sure you go and check us out and apply and apply and apply. Thank you, Colonel. Thank you so much.
Yeah, this man.